Hello and welcome to Day 6 of the Australian Men's and Mixed Netball National Championships. Today we have the preliminary final between Queensland and WA in the Open Mixed Division. I'm Stephen Kerr. Welcome to our coverage, and alongside me is Davin Hunt. How are you today, Dav?
I'm doing all right, mate. I'm a bit fired up after the mixed Queensland game, but I've calmed my nerves now, so it's good.
Good. Lucky for all you viewers out there, there's two Queenslanders on the commentary, so not much we can do about it, but we'll promise to be fair and impartial, won't we, Dav? That's us.
Always.
Look, it's going to be an exciting game today. Queensland have been undefeated the whole way through until yesterday, or this morning actually, when those KG New South Wales people came out and defeated them 57-54, put all their cards on the table, and Queensland lost their first game in a very long time. So it'd be interesting to see what happened. This is the rematch of the grand final from last year. Dav's got the team list, so I'll get you to read them out, Dav, if you can.
Yes, for Queensland, starting with an experienced lineup of goal shooter of Michael Solomon, goal attackers Ella Fitzgerald, wing attack Courtney Rawson, centre Billy Mayer, wing defence Demi Burgess, goal defence Emily Bromley, goalkeeper Aaron Clayton, and for the WA Thunder, goal shooter is Dylan Gunn, goal attackers Marinay Piper, wing attackers Rhythm Brinkworth, centre Scott Austin, wing defence Laura Jenner, goal defence Morgan Stiles, and goalkeeper Griff Thomas.
Excellent. It's going to be. What are your thoughts on this game today? What do you think you're
looking for? The first two rounds, when they played round 3, a one goal victory to Queensland, 4-goal victory round 6 to Queensland. Round 9 probably wasn't the best indication of the game, 71-52, but with positions probably decided on the ladder at that stage. Both coaches probably ran some different lineups and just rested some players.
Yes, it's been close between these teams. Even last year, this year, they played in the final last year.
Yes.
Queensland got out to a bit of a lead, and WA ran them down and nearly got over the top of them. So it's going to be interesting to see who holds the nerves. Queensland's got the experience, but so does WA in this lineup. So it'll be interesting to see. My take is who gets the jump early will probably take away the game, and if they can settle. So it'll be interesting to see whether WA's learnt from last year's nerves, whether Queensland is as solid as have they been looking. They really haven't been under pressure, have they? So this is their first time under pressure.
No, that's an interesting point, that with us being sort of undefeated this week, I think New South Wales has been a bit of foxing there with
cagey.
Being cagey, you know.
Good on
them. That's how it works. So you're right on the whoever settles first, I think, into the game is going to be most important here.
Yeah, exactly. So almost underway to the first centre pass. Not long to go. Everyone's still looking in good spirits. The game hasn't got underway yet. Let's see what happens. It's WA the first centre pass. Let's see what they can do. Nice 2 leads off the transition from WA. They're stealing. Nice steady start. Using the width of the court. Queensland's got them more pushed over one side of the court. Hands up. Putting the pressure on early. They have to retreat. Great effort. The hands on the wing defence.
Yes, Demi Burgess had a really good, strong game this morning. Thought she was in play a lot. Fantastic hand over pressure.
Yeah, incredible. And doesn't get pushed around. I like that about her as well. But WA find the goal, the gun, and the first goal of the game. So nice, settled start for WA. Time for Queensland to respond. Wilson finds a way between two players. Had no right to find that passage, but she did. She's been a standout for me all week. Been cutting and driving and controlling that attack end. That's not the best pass. WA come away.
Yes, just needed to take a tiny bit more time there, Ella Fitzgerald. Find the space that Michael Solomon was holding into.
Yes.
Emily Bromley, beautifully well done.
Great intercept. She came straight through. WA nearly get a return passage on that one. Defenders, it looks so far a defender's game. Who's going to settle for Queensland? Again.
Ball placement again there, Stephen.
Just to rush. It needs to come out of their hands quickly, but not rushed. And I think that's what we're at the stage with Queensland. WA doing a great job down there. Great outlet pass to clear the transverse line. Again, Queensland's holding him up all on the right hand side of the court, aren't they? They're pushing him high.
Yeah, Emily Bromley has a fly.
It's a fly.
And a beautiful... wow.
That was unlucky.
Lucky and unlucky in some parts there.
Yes. Again, it's both teams, and it's the last passage of play that's probably let them down. The transition for both teams have been pretty good and steady. look for Billy May here. He's the leader on the court there who's been around for a while. He'll look to steady the team.
Yeah.
Queensland's determined to go to Mikey as quick as they possibly can, aren't they?
And we've got some signage down. Griffin.
Great hustle there. Great hustle.
Griffin, Mikey out of the circle. I don't think those two have been out of the circle for a long time.
3 balls to the Queensland goal shooter that hasn't come off. I think Queensland are trying to force one option, aren't they, rather than looking for what's in front of them.
Yeah, they had an option closer on this side here, but decided to go across transverse and corridors.
WA is putting on a good double defence down there as well, so really causing the turnovers. Again, we've got them all over this side of the court, Queensland. WA seems pretty comfortable with that, though, don't they?
Yeah, up there, nice work there by Clayton.
Good touch. Lucky probably didn't get a contact on that one, but just enough on it. Again, both teams are haven't found their gun shooters yet, have they?
Well, are you talking about Dylan Gunn?
Dylan Gunn, yes.
Dylan Gunn, yes.
Yes.
Well, Marinay Piper just hands off to Gunn under the post there.
Great start by WA here. Really come out composed, just willing to work hard to get to the goal. Queensland looking a little rushed. See what they can do on the transition. Again, great mid-court defence here by Queensland. They've got to keep this up for the whole game. WA are looking patient.
Yes, a good mid-court defence there by the attackers. Stayed in play.
WA probably needs somebody to cut up the guts there to relieve the pressure so they can go out wide. At the moment, they're all in the same spot. But it's worth working for them. They're making use of it. Great shot. Queensland struggling in that department, so it's 3-0 to WA. It's a Queensland centre. Let's see what happens next. Ella Fitzgerald by herself.
And Griff was on the hunt there.
They came out for the hunt. Billy Mayer saw it.
Yeah,
ball, and he just had enough on it, didn't it? Okay.
There's Big Mikey.
Third time Mikey.
Solomon.
Probably a reflection of the nerves on the Queensland side by those missed shots under the post, but they make it count. It's 3-1 to WA.
Oh!
And Queensland play a bit of 10-pin bowling on their own
yes,
place.
Aaron takes a tumble on his feet and then really took that burden in the process.
Great composure by WA. They haven't let any of this unsettle them. They're just going about their business. Queensland look a bit nervous.
Yeah, our first phase is good there, Steve, but our second phase just letting us down a touch there at the moment. Nice swing ball there.
Again, it's the pass there. I'm not sure what they're looking for. He's actually well covered there. I think they're trying to swing it to open it up. But what's happening is the goal attack's actually trailing behind. They need to actually probably go with the goal attack to dictate on that one.
Well, also, just into the space there, I think needs to happen as well. Mikey was holding more for the ball going towards the top of the circle there.
Yeah, correct. Courtney makes a good pass, though. She puts it in the right spot. Courtney Rawson, sorry, apologies.
Yes, It is hard. I must admit, it is hard when you've got friends on court and you...
Well, I tend to butcher most people's names all the time anyway, let alone on this. So apologies to everyone's names I get incorrect or call them by the nicknames. No harm intended. WA to keep the score ticking over. It is now 5-2. Time for Queensland to respond. Again, Ella Fitzgerald's left alone on the transverse line.
That's a good hold there by Solomon.
Good work. But
passing to the end of the space there by Mayer was perfect.
Queensland's still determined to go the right to Solomon, and it pays off that time. So, again, they're not trying to look for a goal attack entry. They're going straight to the post. Oh, great pass for WA. They had very little room.
And the first miss by Marinay Piper there.
Queensland nearly pulled those rebounds in. There was no excuse for that. They've got to pull it in. Let's see what happens.
Oh, good touch there by Clayton. He's going to get caught for the contact.
Bad luck. He just needed to move that one more foot. He had the hand there, but the body caused the contact. Again, WA again settles very well, don't they? They've absorbed it and make the goal work. It's an offensive contact to Queensland. Probably offensive in many ways on Queensland's point of view, but WA making it work. Great work by their attackers. Queensland just needs some settle here. Let's watch for this pressure, this Queensland's pressure in the midcourt. Again, they're in the zone. WA all up high. It's a contact again. Queensland get out of play.
Oh, chased hard there by Clayton. Unfortunately, just caught the arm on the way through.
Yeah, it's so hard as a keeper from behind. You can get some of those touches, but it's really, really hard to do that. You really should be in front. WA looking for the easy outlet. They make do. They push themselves out to a 7-3 lead. They're looking steady so far. What would you want to see from Queensland, Dav?
I just think they need to settle. Convert those turnovers when they come, because there's going to be few and far between in the game. And if you can do that, then the capitalisation will come and will follow.
Yeah. I think you're right. They're getting the turnovers. It's just the steadiness down here to make it work. I think this is where I think Queensland hasn't been under a huge amount of pressure. They made things work quite easily.
Yeah, and as we say that, we see a possible change coming on the bench here.
Oh, there's a contact. Oh, that was lucky. I tell you, very lucky for Queensland. I thought
Emily yes, yeah, very unfortunate for them. Mikey sort of dropped it, and then I think it was touched out by him. Great touch there by Junor.
Hesitation.
She's been in that team for a long time, a stalwart of the WA Thunder team.
Yeah, and making Queensland pay for being hesitant. They stopped coming forward for it, and she made them pay.
Exactly right. Lateral passing is hurting us at the moment too.
Again, we need the goal attack needs to be in the circle. That was a better structured play by Queensland to make use of it.
Good things happen when we hit
settle.
The top of the circle.
Queensland get one back. It's 5 plays 7 now. WA up to 2-point lead. Still had the centre pass. Oh, I would have. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to stop talking about the umpires. You know, like Dave, you and me, we always know what's best, but we ignore that.
Well, we have a really good vantage point.
Really good point. Yeah, that's a good point. Thank you. Yes.
We'll go with that.
It's always easy to say what's been done rather than actually do it, isn't it? So,
right.
WA again. Great hands over pressure from Queensland here. They just need to stay in play. WA again still look unrattled, don't they? They're doing a really good job of just.
And as you say that, Stephen, they have to retreat to the transverse for the reset.
Netball's not about scoring quickly, it's just about scoring when you have your turn, and WA are doing a good job of just making the right amount of passes to get there.
And a change here. Scott Austin has come off, and on comes.
A few changes in the mid-court for both teams.
I think that's Keenan Halden who's come on at centre.
Throw-in for Queensland. It's a long court transition. Let's see what they can do. Aaron looks for the drive down the court. Great change of direction by Ladder. Queensland looking for Billy Mayer the whole time, aren't they, to direct the play.
Exactly right. And they find their way through to Solomon, which is a welcome relief there.
Much more speed down the court on that one from Queensland. That opens it up to their shooters. They're out to a 1 point down point now. Again, Ella Fitzgerald's left by a line at the goal attack out to the centre pass. I'd suggest that's because they want her out high, can't they, so they can double team Solomon.
Yeah, I think they need the quick drop back onto Solomon if need be.
Yeah, sometimes there's a tactic in netball is if you've got a big shooter under the post to double team, let the goal attack up out and have as much ball as you can at high. It's a good tactic by WA. It's paid dividends so far. Queensland have levelled at 7-all. Let's see with what WA can do to respond.
Back on centre pass here. Another rolling sub there. On comes Liz Dronfield.
What would you do if you were WA's coach here on this, the take-hand to help make it a bit smoother?
I think she's trying to find a combination that works at the moment as well. So she's rolling through just a few combinations to see. From that perspective, I don't actually think they're playing too badly. I think it's a very goal-for-goal game. Obviously indicative of the score of 8-7.
Absolutely. Again, Billy Mayer looking to drive it.
Gift Thomas with a touch. Billy with the touch back.
This is where the goal attack needs to come into play and take a bit of pressure off. I think the timing's getting a little bit better down there.
Yeah, they've worked their way in. Probably the first 6 minutes. A bit nervy start there and probably a final they didn't think they'd be in today.
Yeah, I think they're probably rattled by their last game, but they're starting to make good. WA again still showing quite a bit of nerve here, aren't they?
Wow, Demi Burgess.
Oh, bad luck. I think that was first bit of hesitation by WA there. Again, the pushes them back. Queensland
back.
WA go outlet pass to Gunn. It clears all the mess. But they're forced to go back.
Oh, that was well done by Ladder there. Unfortunately, the call on Billy Mayer.
Queensland's in everything. They're not allowing one ball not to be uncontested, are they? No. Really hassling. Again, it's going to come down to the goal attacks in these games of their delivery of pass, and that was a beautiful pass. Well weighted, right behind Gunn there. He makes it count. It's a settler for WA. 9 plays, 8 to WA. It's time for Queensland to respond. 3 minutes left in this game. Both teams probably had opportunities here they haven't made good with, but it's still a very, very close game. Again, Queensland, both sides have been head up across this transverse line. Billy May does the cut and drive, opens it up to Ella Fitzgerald. She's going to...
And a beautiful pass off there, yes.
It's a nightmare when you have a big man as opposed to pops forward, isn't it?
Oh, exactly right.
It's a nightmare to defend. You try to, you
do everything you can.
Except for that.
Yeah. Billy May picks up the crumbs there off Halden's hands.
May on the right spot to pick up those crumbs. Queensland really needs to convert this now and really push out to a lead. WA will be kicking themselves. I probably should have had the lead in this leading into this quarter-time break.
You're exactly right there, Steve.
Still 2 minutes to go, so anything's possible. Queensland...
Coach Kelly Gibson made some good changes here to arrest that early momentum for WA.
Yeah, she did. Laddo made a much more steady start. I'd like to see the goal attack go to post in this one now. It's becoming really one-dimensional down here. We need some goals put in. It's hard to know sometimes the goal attack when to pass off, isn't it? And when you've got a dominant shooter, when to pass to.
As long as they keep shooting the goals, I think you go to the well as many times as it's available.
Queensland now out by first time in the game. They've got the lead by 1. Oh, God, that was a disaster.
Was fairly ugly.
I think May need to look behind him for an option.
Yeah.
Oh, great take. Oh.
Marinate Piper just putting a foot on the line.
Jeez, that was unlucky. She got a rubbish ball and she nearly pulled it in. Well done.
1 minute 14 on the clock here.
Great hands over by WA. Again, Queensland's looking for, they're not really looking tunnel vision down the court, aren't they? They're really looking for one option.
Yeah, look, we know how dominant Billy May can be in the team. But I think with this double defence from WA, I think that Ella Fitzgerald needs to really make herself an option there.
Oh, Billy May, great cut. Well done, Queensland. They pushed this out to 11 goals to 9, so out by 2 after their start. WA need turn to respond.
It'd be very timely if they could get a turnover here for Queensland.
It's the second or third phase that Queensland keeps holding WA up for, don't they? They're yet to come up with it.
And there is, unfortunately, Billy called for the contact.
Bad luck. It was Queensland were menacing, weren't they?
They were menacing.
Nice simple play. Very smart option, that drop forward again. 10 seconds to go.
Probably a timely contact in the scheme of things, because if that wasn't a contact, Queensland probably going to have to take a centre pass with time on the clock.
Billy Mayer slows it down. Whew.
He knows
what to do.
He knows what to do.
All right, that's the first quarter. It is 11 goals to Queensland, 10 to WA. What's your thoughts of that first quarter?
Early and fast start from WA. Timely changes from the Queensland coach Gibson. And Queensland able to wrest back a bit of momentum. I think that's what it'll take out of that first quarter.
I think Queensland will take a lot away from the fact that they're able to come from behind and settle that. And I think WA should be able to take a lot from the fact that despite what's being thrown at them, they're still scoring goals. So good start. We'll take a break and we'll be back shortly. Welcome back. Just on past the quarter-time break of this Open Mix preliminary grand final. The winner of this goes into the grand final against New South Wales, who won the earlier semi-final this morning against Queensland. What are you looking for in this one, Dav?
Oh, this is going to be just a hard-fought contest all the way through. As I said earlier, whoever settles first, I think, is going to be the victor in this game. I was very pleased with the second half of that first quarter from Queensland. Yeah, jeez, I don't want to talk too early on.
No, it's still a long way to go, isn't it? I think both teams have a lot to take away from that they could be happy about and you know, a lot to learn. It's a long way to go in this game. Anything for indications from last year and this year when they played, they haven't really let each other get away too quickly.
So it's a good time, if you don't mind me, Steve, to mention our sponsors tonight.
Steve.
The AMMNA Championships 2023, proudly supported by Bladen WA, Great Temptation Sweet Treats, Spud Shed, West Coast Fever, and Netball WA.
WA get the first turnover to start this game off. It was a Queensland centre pass, and they've come out firing. Great double play.
Clayton just gets called with the arm short and obstruction.
He does. Makes it an easy shot for WA. They come out firing and make it 11-all.
I'm impressed with Marinee Piper at this stage. Her feeding ability into Dylan Gunn's been quite on point.
Yeah, I'm really liking her timing in the circle too. She knows when to come in and when to come out. The timing of the goal attack's really important. She's doing a good job of that. Queensland have made some changes. Wholesale. Do you want to talk us through, Dave?
Yes. We have. Wow. Better get my sheet.
Get your sheet.
I know that.
On the spot.
That's right. I know that Damien Gennaro's on a goal shooter for Michael Solomon. Had a cracking game against them in the round games. Renee Mellors is also. Yep, she's also on. And Ella Spencer into the goal defence. So Renee Mellors in the goal attack. A lineup that they ran fairly well today, and because as I said, they led most of the game against New South Wales.
A lot of depth in this Queensland side to push across. So Gibson's showing her confidence there with her players. Stray ball there.
That's a real shame because I thought that connection was going to work quite nicely there.
Again, WA look unfazed by the pressure by Queensland. They're just going about their business and keeping the goals ticking over.
Damien Gennaro, unfortunately, turnover and turns it back over. Billy Mayer with a lovely touch.
Yeah, again, need to get back into play. Once you've given it ball over, you need to go back in defence. It's a bit messy from both teams to start with. Again, WA looking to settle early. This time they've got a lead out wide. Great drive by the wing attack.
Footwork called on Brinkworth.
She did everything right except to stick in the land, didn't she?
She did. Oh, great drive through the middle there. Oh, turned a little bit ankle. She looks okay.
Yep.
Oh, she's a bit proppy.
Billy Mayer makes a drive down the court. Again, everyone's starting to get involved, the umpires now. Sometimes it's hard to do as a player. You just got to let it slide and focus on what's in front of you. Let's see what happens next.
Oh, possibly a foot violation there, but not called.
Doesn't matter. You've got to get on with it.
Exactly right.
Exactly right. WA, you've got to throw all the tricks and the trade at it. Great outlet pass. Clears the mess with WA. Again, the WA looking to control the attack. Great drive. Great timing by WA.
Clayton's going to get called for the contact under the post against Gunn.
Plumley pass a shot, both out of play, so it's an easy one for WA. Well, not all, it's one. Make it work. Again, out to a good start, WA again.
Yeah,
good work.
They come out of the blocks at every quarter, nice to start. I think it's going to be called for breaking there.
Oh, coach killer.
Yeah.
Oh, bad luck.
Just turned it over, capitalise on the turnover, and then give it straight back on a platter.
It's probably concerning that those turnovers are coming through their mistakes, not through. I don't know who that was for, but that wasn't on. Again, just a little bit, they're probably more senior players are the ones making the mistakes, aren't they? A little bit nervous.
Yes, it's... yeah, Billy's cut a couple there. Oh, Renee Mellors with a hand in the back there.
Yep, that was definitely a contact. Aaron Clayton's doing a good job here of moving his feet, getting around, but the WA, the goal attack again in his front position.
And the battle for the rebound.
Who's going to chase? Great hustle by WA. Well done by Gunn. He did everything he needed to in that space to challenge for it. Makes good. WA out to 14 goals, plays 11. Queensland centre pass.
Nice long drive there by Mellors. Billy will hit the top of the circle here. Needs to settle here.
Oh, gets instruction. She lined up to the post. That's what we need to do, to line up. A bit nervous.
Yes.
It's all right. Those nerves will go. WA again, all pushed on this one side of the court. Queensland's doing a great job of constantly pushing them over the one side of the court, but they're able to sustain the pressure, aren't they, and make a breakthrough. Again, it's through the goal attack. Queensland needs to put a bit more man-on-man pressure there, don't they?
Yeah, Marinate Piper is carving up the baseline at the moment. And I think even a change of, Ella Spencer coming on hasn't arrested her involvement in the game yet.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard and you get stuck into double team, should be man-on-man, get stuck in no man's land. I think we need to make a decision about what we're going to do.
Oh, you're right, but you're exactly right. Sorry to catch off.
Billy Mayer gets a turnover, as he always does. There's only one option in the Queensland attack team. There's single leads happening. We need multiple leads. Spreads across court.
David
Gennaro does what he does best. He's a beautiful mover. Created something out of nothing.
There was no space there on that goal line.
Yeah. Good job. It gives the WA defence something else to look at, doesn't it? With a bit of movement back there. Let's see what happens next. I'm really liking the fact that WA as well in their defensive are really willing to take the body on. They're not going to be backed off. That's good to see from them.
Yeah, body on through the transverse. But I'm seeing Griff Thomas having a nice little off the body and trying to hunt out for those corner ball options.
Yeah, that ball's on. Probably needed a fake to draw him and then go over the top. But let's just see what happens next.
Damien Gennaro just posting if need be.
Oh, again.
I thought that was a shot.
It was. Oh, yeah, well, it was a pass.
It was a pass.
It was a pass.
From our vantage point, I thought that was a pass. A shot there. Yeah.
Queensland get to 13, plays 15. So WA again out for a 2-point lead. Forcing them to go back. Queensland's going to do a good job of that, of forcing them to go back, but they're settling. Again, it comes through the goal attack. Who makes a drive forward. Great.
Aaron Clayton with a touch. Unfortunately, running out of land there.
WA didn't have many options there. They had to try and force something, and Queensland, Aaron Clayton gets a tap to that.
Beautiful piece of work there.
Again,
hedged on the defensive effort there.
Yeah, again, it's probably forced in. They had the goal attack was in the front end. Marinate Piper was available, and they wanted to go to the shooter. The lesson about forcing it. Let's throw it to the person in front of you. The best. Great pop. Well done by Jamie Gennaro.
And again,
it's constantly moving. It's a nightmare as a shooter. The goalkeeper isn't really got someone behind you, keeping popping forward.
And
again,
I see the veteran of the team, Scott Austin, has come back on.
Again, Queensland didn't get the great start. WA with the jump, and they respond.
Exactly right. Beautiful pass into the space there. Great hold by Damien Gennaro.
Great pass there. I thought he might have done the shoulder there, but he managed to get the ball anyway.
Yes. Back on parity, 15-all, Steve.
15-all. It's hardly a goal-for-goal game, though, isn't it? It's people getting the momentum. One team gets the momentum, and the other one gets it back. Yeah. Who's going to steady and be able to consistently score is probably going to win this game.
Yeah, if you can string 4 or 5 or 6 turnover conversions in a row, that'll break the game right open.
This is where Queensland's doing a good job here. That's that second and third phase play. They get done with the contact. Oh, it's so hard not to try and do anything about that. And fell for the trap. Well done, WA. Clever play. Now they had the ball on the post. Both out of play. Good job, WA.
Nice settling goal there from WA.
Absolutely.
Emily Ladder makes her way through 2 or 3 again.
This time WA putting a lot more pressure up the court. Queensland looking to offload again. It's the movement in the back end that opens it up for Queensland. It's good timing by Damien Gennaro.
I think that Griff Thomas actually probably has a bit of trouble with that more moving shooter than what Solomon provides for Queensland.
Oh, yeah, it's a nightmare. It's a very changes from a one-dimensional play to a multi-dimensional player. And Queensland utilising that so far. Great turnover by Aaron Clayton, but they've given it back. It's the distribution of ball out of that play. Again,
Aaron Clayton, beautiful front position.
Again, Queensland comes up with the turnover. It's their transition play that's important. Let's see, Billy Mayer looks to steady down the middle. Not sure what he was looking for there. There was a few available options, but he wanted to open it up.
Oh, beautiful piece of work.
Or come from out of court. It was the right option for Queensland. It just didn't pay dividends. They've got to utilise these. Oh, it's a turnover game of tennis. Who would be a coach? I'd lose my mind.
Oh.
Lose my mind over those things. Lose my mind. Oh, dear.
You don't think you're tired after 7 days of netball as a coach? You're seriously mistaken. It's mentally fatiguing.
Bad luck. I think that was not a bad option by Renee Miller. She's got to go to the post. You can't just sit back and expect everyone else to do the work for you. You've just got to back yourself. Again, Queensland creating some turnover.
Yeah, lots of tips on the ball here at the moment. And they will turn into some turnovers shortly, hopefully, from a Queensland perspective.
Ooh, again, it's a footwork call. It's who wants to throw the ball away the most at the moment. It just needs to be settled. It's a bit frantic, isn't it? Slots it. Great job, Renee Miller. She had missed the first few, but she kept on backing herself. That was definitely needed.
Got a rolling change there. Rolling sub. That is Nitschke. Rebecca Nitschke. She's on at wing defence.
Queensland looking to settle again. It's through Billy Mayer. That's the one who's cutting and driving down the court, taking every second or third pass. What would you do if you're WA against Billy Mayer?
Well, you're trying to limit his options, really.
Yeah,
that's what it comes down to. He'll beat you one way. You cut that option off, and then he'll beat you another way. Yeah. I find him just a marvellous player to watch.
Yeah, if I was WA, I'd be putting a lot more hands-low pressure on him. The one thing he's not tall, but he wants to control it, but not much he can do, but it'd be good to... Here's another contact, so they have a easily pass into the circle. Great shot, WA. Pushes them out to 17, so Queensland up by 1. It's the same story as the first quarter, isn't it?
It certainly is. We've settled at the back part of this quarter. Scott Austin called for the obstruction.
I'd like to see probably Queensland let the ball go on the first lead. They're sort of a bit hesitant. They're looking for the right option rather than a quick option, and I think that would be a better option for them. Oh, God. It gives you nerves, doesn't you?
I tell you, it's become such a popular move at the moment.
Yeah.
And the post pads aren't that big.
You're playing with fire in my books, because you either looks good or you look like a fool, but makes it work. WA's time to settle. Great front cut. Again, it comes through the goal attack. Great pass. And their turn to return the post.
I think I called the game with Adam Laycock, and I reckon we had about 8 of them.
8 of them? Right.
One over a third, we said. 1 over a third, but 8 post passes.
You need to name them as part of the squad, I think. Name the team, the goalposts. What do we do?
Probably good MVP of the week.
Of the week, yes. Great front cut by Renee Mellors, and goes to post. Puts Queensland out to 2. WA now look to respond. Again, they're very lateral, aren't they? There's no kind of depth in this play from WA. They need probably a longer option. Comes over the top.
Burgess showing great discipline and keeping a good 3 feet and hands over.
Again, goal attack does a great job in putting the ball in beautiful space. That's the connection Queensland will need to break down for my liking, is that goal attack, the goal shooter play.
Yes, Marinee Piper, she's doing a wonderful job there. You know, the collaboration with Gunn is on point at the moment.
Again, Queensland's only got single leads coming down and out of this attack end. They need multiple leads to help them, not just the single.
Then Ingeniero comes back, finds the body of the defender.
He set that up forward. He popped forward and dropped back into the space. Knew that they will follow him forward. Keeps Queensland out by 2. WA centre pass. Great pass, great outlet ball. See if she goes to the post. Great shot. Didn't look like missing. Nothing but net from WA. Keeps it within one. It's 48 seconds to go, and Queensland's got the centre pass. Let's see if they can score off this one to keep the 2-goal lead.
Oh, wow. Rhythm Brinkworth gets the thing, but unfortunately going to get caught back.
It's nothing worse when that happens. But
34 seconds to go here.
I think sometimes Renee Mellors and Dame Gennaro are probably mirroring each other in their leads. They probably need one to make the move and the other one to rotate off that rather than the same direction is the only thing I would say.
It's a big miss there by Mellors.
That's all right.
But it might actually work out in their favour. If she scores here,
shot.
Centre pass with 8 seconds to go. Might be a bit of a turnover here. It's time called by the umpire.
It's 4 seconds, so WA have to go in. If I was Queensland, I'll drop straight to the circle. Great pass for WA. And they make use of it. They needed a double team back there. Great job, WA. They made use of that. It's 22-21. Half-time. Jeez. It's an interesting ebbs and flows game. It mirrored the first one. What are your thoughts before we go to half-time, Dave?
Well, they're very similar to the first quarter. WA are strong. Queensland come back again. I think both teams have settled into a rhythm that seems to be working for them. Still not perfect in every aspect from both sides, actually. And once again, it's going to come down to who's going to settle, who's going to capitalise on the turnovers that they get. Yeah,
it's about consistency, isn't it? Sometimes you don't want to be in a battle of 3 goals down, 3 goals up. You think you just want to be able to consistently score off your centre pass and capitalise on your turnovers. Both teams are probably guilty of being a bit erratic at times, some good passages of play. Queensland made some changes, so WA, look, it's anyone's game, and who knows what's happened next. We'll take a break. It's 22 plays 21.
Having a pretty good season this year, Andy.
By the look of this lot, you are too.
Well, we've got a good team out in the field. You want to go meet them?
Sure. So what do you grow here?
We've got broccolis, collies over there, carrots, you name it. We harvest it today, catch. And it's in the stores tomorrow.
So you guys are the midfielders of the fruit and veg?
At Spot Shed, we grow it.
We sell it, you save.
Giving this season everything we've got. Just try and stop us. Don't miss the excitement of West Coast Fever at RAC Arena. Tickets on sale now at ticketek.com.au. Giving this season everything we've got. Just try and stop us. Don't miss the excitement of West Coast Fever at RAC Arena. Tickets on sale now at ticketek.com.au.
Here, Bendat Stadium in WA. The Open Mix Preliminary Grand Final, Queensland versus WA. Queensland out to a 1-point lead in a very, very close contest. Dad, what are your thoughts?
Well, that was an 11-all quarter there, Steve, so turnover ratio is fairly high from both teams. Capitalisation wasn't probably the greatest on either, and that probably reflected in the 11-all scoreline in that quarter.
Absolutely.
Got a few sponsors we're going to plug here on the way here from WA. They are proudly supported by Forte Physiotherapy, WA Sports Performance, Spud Shed, Subiaco Sports Massage, the Wembley Hotel, I believe the coldest beer Adam Laycock was telling me, in town. Fresh Frontier and Smelsy by Chelsea. Queensland also has a few sponsors. We're proudly supported by Future Gen, Results Physiotherapy and Game Clothing.
Thanks to all our sponsors, keeping us up and running and on players on the court. Can't do it without you. Appreciate all your efforts from the Queensland Suns. Looking to get started here. Third quarter, Queensland has the centre pass. Let's see if Queensland can steady on this one. They've had some rocky starts. Looking for an easy settle, I would say, on this one.
Yeah, they lost their first centre pass after the first quarter interval. Some changes here from Queensland. Jared Gaunt into keeper, replacing Aaron Clayton.
Queensland determined to lose all their bench, aren't they?
Yeah, and Emily Bromley in as goal defence. Ella Spencer moves out from goal defence to wing defence. Maybe using a bit more height there on Ruth and Brinkworth.
A couple of quick short passes into the gut from the goalers from Queensland. It's getting a bit dangerous. I'd like to see them go to the post. Make good of that one to push out for the 2-point lead. It's probably the first time in the game they've converted their first centre pass off the quarter break. Again, WA's all held up high. This is where Queensland's doing a great job defensively. He's pushing them up high. So far, WA have weathered the storm. They'll find it. Oh,
beautiful there by Mellows.
That was a lot of work put in to pull off that intercept eventually.
Ross's going to get called for the contact there. Finds Ladder on the top. Easy pass into Gennaro.
Ooh, again, it's a risky ball. It works. It's the movement that in the back end it's working for Queensland. They come out.
Sorry, mate. First time I've heard the crowd today, actually, too, which is good.
Yeah, they're getting involved. It's a home court advantage for WA. They should be utilising that. Queensland out to a 3-goal lead now. Again, they're going lateral. They need someone up the middle. Billy's looking to control it, but they need someone to go up the middle. Both goals are sitting back in the circle, and they're looking for their screen.
Oh, beautiful little pop there by Gennaro. Going to get the obstruction on Thomas.
Great tactical play by Queensland, I thought. They allowed the attackers to bring the ball down, and then the great drop forward from Renee Mellows to open it up for Queensland. They're up to a good start from this one. First time they are of the game. Time for WA to respond again.
I've seen that interesting change there by Gibson, putting Spencer over the shorter Brinkworth. I can see great hands over pressure, forcing them to go back straight off after their first phase.
Jared Gaunt makes dividends makes the coach happy with his appearance on the court. Causes a turnover.
Oh, it's a lovely bit of transition there from Queensland.
Great passage of play by Queens. Oh, bad luck, WA. She did everything right, didn't
wow.
she? She was offside, was she? Oh, that's bad luck.
Oh, Damien Gennaro just pops
Oh,
out.
it's a nightmare, isn't it? That pop forward, pop back.
He has some of the best footwork that I've seen as a player.
I think it's for the defence in that position. You almost have to turn and face him, I think, and actually push him that way rather than have your back to the ball, because he's going to be sneaky and punt forward.
It's a fantastic start here by Queensland. A couple of turnover conversions, 26-21. WA have not scored this quarter as yet.
Oh, great outlet pass to Gennaro under the post. Looks to score. 27 plays 21 to Queensland. They're out to a 6-goal lead now. This is the largest of the match. Steve, WA can settle. They've done a great job of settling the whole match. Oops. Let's see what they can do. Solid push and shove on that under the post there. Jared Gaunt gets done for it. He had his elbow out, didn't he? Trying to block that one.
He says, you're not getting past me, and you're not getting past my elbow either.
And hopefully the umpire doesn't see it, but they did. So it's a penalty pass or shot. Gives them an easy possession.
Bromley and Gunn doing a bit of a dance under the post.
Yeah, and you've got to, she's not going to be pushed around.
No.
And that's what you can't do. You can't allow your play to dictate where you want to be. That's the first goal of the quarter for WA. It's 27 plays 22.
Nice work there by Bromley to be the option on the reset.
Queensland probably looking for some consistency here. I like that option of the goal shooter coming out and taking out the pressure.
Damien Gennaro just makes his way into the rebound position just in case.
Yeah, he's finding his feet in this match, isn't he? When the timing to come in and when not to when to stay still. It's a hard thing to do sometimes. It's probably putting a difference there. Again, Queensland menacing in their defence in the mid-court, really hustling WA. WA get through on a penalty.
I'm really liking the work. Oh, great touch there by Jared Gaunt. Comes off Gunn's fingertips.
Great footwork by Gaunt. He wasn't in the right position. He used his little feet to get in front, got his hand to it and made the error. Great addition to this Queensland side. Offers something different than that goalkeeper.
What I'm liking at the moment is I think Ella Spencer's actually giving Rhythm Brinkworth the line and then hands over pressure from that, forcing him back, which allows our offensive players to come down and be a menace in defence through the midcourt.
Damien Gennaro's had all of his own way on the baseline. He really is. He's owning the baseline there, and WA popping forward. WA get the turnover, though, on this one. Yeah. See if they convert on it. It's a lot of long lateral passes there.
We're going to get a call for a replay, but we've got an obstruction on this side first.
Bit of both. Who knows? It's an obstruction that is the one that supersedes the replay by the looks of it.
There has been a change. Griff Thomas is off. I think that's a forced move by Damien Gennaro, the work that he's been doing on him.
Yeah, they need a bit more movement on the back end. Gennaro's owning the baseline. WA out. That's 2 in a row for them. They're out to 23, plays 28. Little options coming forward from Queensland. Billy Mayer comes up the middle.
No, just misses Damien on the pop.
It's a great pass. Both players in the same spot. Again.
Beautiful work. Nice.
You can tell they're both goal attacks, right? They're both mirroring the spot.
Exactly right.
So, yes. Make it work. See if WA can respond. They haven't had to come from behind, really, have they?
Jared, and he's going to get this. Both of them. Oh,
I don't know.
I don't know, mate. It was good. But if they're all going for the same position, just play on.
Look, that was very lucky. He got a great hand to it. I'm not sure what happened afterwards. I stopped looking. Great outlet pass. Queensland again. Looking for Gennaro to pop forward. Great ball.
Keenan Howland's come on in that keeper position. And he's reaching for a hamstring area there. I just saw him pull up after that effort.
Not a great start from them if that's what the changes to bring. WA aren't going to let them blow this out, though. They're a great side. See what they can do to respond. Queensland finding their feet, I think.
Yeah.
Gradually, aren't they?
And what I'm liking is Damien Gennaro is actually finding the female defender when he moves off too, which actually just gives that advantage all the time.
Yeah, it's smart. Another goal puts Queensland out to 31-23. Puts them out to an 8-goal lead.
Yes, we have an injury here.
Back onto Guns going back now. They swap the goal shooters around.
Keenan Howland going off. It looks like
often something of mixed. You don't often see the women's game is men playing different positions. Goal shooter, goalkeeper. Usually have one sort of position to play. Ooh.
Yeah, they're both teams playing the very traditional shooter, keeper, and the centre in the mid-court.
Let's see what happens now.
So the positional changes actually puts Griff Thomas into shooter.
Yes.
Dylan Gunn back to keeper. Oh, and unlucky there, Gunn.
Yeah, Gunn's done a good job of covering that. Jamie was looking threatening. Unfortunately, he got done for the contact, but I think he's probably sat back there and watched what's gone on, and actually he can see what needs to happen. Again, all on one side. Warmth goes up. It's a great ball this time.
Unlucky call there.
Unlucky.
Anyway,
He's been goes the way. 32 plays 25 again. Queensland. A lot more contest to this mid-third now happening by WA. They're really hustling.
Lovely work there by Mellors to get free. Swing ball across.
Does. Opens it up.
Oh,
Great job.
Lovely work. Shoots
WA.
well and true.
Bad luck. It's the right option, just didn't finish off. She's made those ones recently.
Oh.
Great intercept. WA
Wow.
got caught napping there, just watching what was going on.
Mellors called for the footwork.
And now it's another footwork call. Both sides will be. There's a few footworks in this game today, isn't there? They'll be disappointed with. Again, Queensland, 0 phase pressure is pretty exceptional. WA weathered the storm. They come through, looking for another outlet. This time Queensland's got their hands up. They have to go back. But Bromley was in the right position. Come through. Great work, WA. They weather that storm.
Oh, Jared Gaunt got back
I
nicely
don't know
for
if that
that.
post is going to make the rest of this game, the way it's going on down there. It's been rattled and pushed around. Great job, WA. They convert that one. It's now a six goal lead. They got the centre pass. See what happens next. Queensland dropped back in that zone. It's been quite successful for them, hasn't it? Again, hands. Oh,
Jared Gaunt. What a
Great job.
beautiful elevation there.
WA's underestimated the elevation of Gaunt there. He's really got himself in a good position.
Good piece of footwork there by a ladder.
Oh, Queensland looking at the cross-court ball. Jeez, it's dangerous work. We need some more cut and drives up the middle there. WA doing a great job. Again, it's a long cross-court.
Ella Fitzgerald's been rolled on as goal attack.
Oh, great defence, WA. They did a good job of that. Queensland's complaining about the calls, but you've got to get on with it. I thought the WA did a great job of that defence. Again, Queensland looking for consistency they quite haven't got yet. They can.
Oh, ladder with a lovely touch.
Great job. Again, their hands. See what WA can do. Great front cut by WA. It's obstruction. Got to make it use. To go retreat, you play. I'd like to see Queensland stay a bit more in play here and not get called for the obstructions.
Yes.
WA. Again, one single lead come forward. It's a great. Oh, bad luck. Yep.
Just a different perspective on where we're
Yeah,
standing. for
fair
the
enough.
umpire.
I mean, they've been pretty lucky down here, so I think WA are doing a great job of just weathering that. You know, then really the other ones aren't questioning the umpires. It's only Queensland players. WA getting on with it. They convert, brings it back to 5. Great work by WA weathering the storm.
We've got
Queensland has possession now.
a bit of a role reversal on this quarter. With Queensland out strong, WA working their way back into it. Oh, it's a lovely hold there by Gennari.
That's a great weighted pass into the space. Took him forward, dropped in the base. That's what needed to happen. I still think it's very isolated play by Queensland down here. That's everyone doing individual work. See more of a unit work happen to work off each other, set some screens.
Nitschke came on for a rolling sub there for Scott Austin, but it looks like Austin's going to come back on and wing attack very shortly.
Again, WA all pushed into one area of the court. That's Queensland's done a good job tonight, is pushing WA into one area of the court. They managed to make through this clever pass. Well done. 33 plays 28. Queensland still out by 5. There's 2 minutes 53 on the clock. If they have the centre pass, see what happens in the next phase. Queensland looks to go back now. It's WA's turn to push Queensland back. Oh, it's a great pass. That ball had no reason to go that way. They need a down court option, don't they?
Yes, they do. The WA coach is ringing the changes. We can't keep up here. Brinkworth is off. He's now going to come back on as a wing defence to give Janot a break.
Probably needs an injection in the Queensland side of the attack end to get a bit more speed.
30 minutes to 3 seconds there, WA.
Again, it's a long lateral pass both teams are relying on. Queensland putting a bit of hesitation here. Oh, bad luck, it's obstruction. Great pass. Good pass by WA. Shot it from the hip into the open space. They bring it within 3. Told you WA ain't going to go anywhere, were they?
No. Well, that was a given, I thought. good swing ball over, and
Billy's gone up with one arm. Needs to be two hands, doesn't it? I think, again, it's Queensland's probably, own errors, own goals by Queensland, I would say. But WA doing a great job. They're coming out of this transition with a bit of gusto. Great
Long
outlet
ball in the
pass.
corner.
Well done. It goes in. Oh, that was pretty special.
Oh, and that was going to come off. Hits the
That
ring.
was unlucky.
It was
That
unlucky.
post down there is really having its say on the game today, isn't it?
Oh, Damien Gero just pops front.
Queensland's got to stop worrying about the umpire and put the ball into the spot where it needs to be and get on with it. WA are menacing, and it's great hustle by them.
Nice there.
Great work.
Oh,
Again,
hit and spin. Beautiful work there by Gennaro.
yeah. Great work by Queensland. Out to 4. It's 38 seconds on the clock. It's WA centre pass. See if they can hold them up or WA can respond. They're doing a good job. She gets it out from underneath the legs. Gets stuck. Good work.
Staying in play.
Great punch forward for the WA centre. Opens it up.
Jared Gaunt,
Oh, bad luck.
unfortunately, is
Gets done from the obstruction outside, I think.
it's a very interesting time of the game here. Billy Mayer will know he has to go. 13 seconds to go. Damien
11
Gero.
seconds. Let's see what their long court strategy play is. Ella Fitzgerald's there by herself. They let her.
No, it's a straight in
Great
ball.
ball.
It's a straight in ball.
It's a contact. It's a
Slow
parcel
go.
shot.
Just let's go. Okay. She settles.
Everyone's having a say where it should be, who should be doing what. Everyone's questioning, lots of chat. Let's see what happens next. She nails it. Great shot. That was a pressure shot, an important goal by Queensland. 35-31. Geez, it's Queensland's turn on this time to come out with a great start, and then WA to come home strong to bring in the lead. They had it out by 6. It's now 4 goals in it. It's anyone's game. What's your thoughts before we go to break, Dave?
Well, it was a 13-10 quarter to Queensland there. They were really strong.
Yep.
Yeah, the grit and determination from this WA Thunder team.
Oh, they're impressive.
They are impressive. They've made good changes. They rolled through. Coach has made some very good decisions down there.
Yeah.
It's the ability to have both players, shooter, keeper, swap. It's a luxury.
Queensland put a lot of good pressure on defence, and they've just weathered the storm and continue to go on. That's a real testament to them. It's hard sometimes when teams don't let you play your style of game and still be able to get goals on the board. So still a long way to go. 15 minutes to go. We'll go to a break and we'll come back with the last quarter. Welcome back. It's past 3/4 time. We're on to the final quarter of the preliminary final of the open mixed game of Queensland versus WA. Winner goes into the grand final tomorrow against New South Wales. Send it all. What would you, if you're WA, Devon, what would you be doing this quarter?
Well, I see where the coach is going with her substitutions that she's making. I like where she's at. I think the team is playing well. Change-wise, I don't see what they can actually do in a better context at the moment. But maybe a better second phase play on the attacking transverse. But we've got a cracking game on our hands here.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how the squads come out. They've made some changes, and this is the interesting part of mixed netball, isn't it? Damien Gennaro goes out to goal attack, and Ella Fitzgerald goes into shooter. Not traditionally what you'd see in a mixed game. WA have responded the other way with their male player at goal, wing attack, right?
Yeah.
So there's a mixed match of male boys and girls on the court, which normally you don't see. So it's interesting to see who makes that work. Great start by WA.
Yeah, Jared coming out for the ambitious hunt there.
A little bit nervous at the centre pass there by Queensland. Oh, great contest there by the... She's impressive. Impressive athlete. Oh, she again got caught on the contest. Let's see, WA looking again, coming out a bit more settled. That's what happens.
Bit short on the 3 there from Gennaro.
I think it's a good move, actually, probably the WA move. See what they can do. Great hands. Looking for the outlet.
Positional change there in the Queensland defensive end. Bromley is off and Ella Spencer is back.
Back on. Oh, misses that one.
Wow.
First miss for a while.
Marinade Piper, the first miss in a long time.
WA settles. They settle the quicker out of the two sides. Again, drop it to a 2-point goal game. See what Queensland can do. WA looking settled, aren't they? They come out quicker.
Yes, they are. That's a lovely ball into space there from Austin.
Yeah, that's probably what that move's doing by Austin. It's trying to bring Austin a bit closer to the shooter for those passes. It's Queensland up by 1. Look a bit jammed on this transverse line, don't they?
They do.
Oh, great contest again.
It was a great
She's
contest.
a great athlete. Like what she's bringing to that game. She's not going to back off. It's important. She goes to post again. Bad luck. Ooh, bad luck. Buckets off the back of the ring. It's a bad luck. See what can they do now. Sort of keep backing yourself. WA have the momentum.
Yeah,
Needs a
they certainly
turnover
do.
by Queensland. Otherwise, WA will come over the top of them. They're so good at that. Again, long transition, cross court. Opens it up. Bit more movement down here in the WA circle as well, isn't it, Dav?
Exactly right. Had to retreat a tiny bit there to Austin. But he's a calm head there.
But the nice ones, they're not looking to rush it in, are they? They're looking for the right pass. Oh, bad luck.
Jack Gord, unlucky with the contact there.
Bad luck. I thought he had front position, but
Yeah.
I can't see from here. So WA ball, they see what they can do. Again, great pass.
Gets called for the push-off there, Thomas.
God.
Wow.
Anything's possible, isn't it?
Anything is possible.
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear.
Oh, God. Okay.
Let's go.
That's what happens now.
Beautiful middle ball there to
Kind of
Ladder.
the, kind of the tail of this whole game, isn't it? They get a turnover and the other team kind of sometimes makes a meal of it, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's just been a bit steadier. We just need a bit steady heads out there and somebody to, on either side, who's going to be the leader. Great hands at WA.
Even though Austin's gone to wing attack for WA, what that allows Queensland to be is Billy Mayer on their female centre. And that is an advantageous move for us, I believe.
Yeah, I think either both sides will be able to, there's advantages of both sides. It's what's important is what happens down here.
Shot
Great
there
shot.
by Fitzgerald after the previous one.
Good on her. That shows nerve. It's hard as a shooter when you miss those important goals to keep going to the post, and she did.
We've got
WA turn,
changes-
out by 2.
changes coming here.
Again, WA, great vision down the court, exposes Queensland.
So 2 changes in the attack space. Renee Mellor's back on a goal attack.
Queensland looking to solve their problems through changes. Every player's got a bit of a go on the court, haven't they?
Big Mikey Solomon, he's on now. I think that's awesome. Aaron Clayton also going to come on there for Jared Gaunt.
Ooh, WA are looking for that cross-court ball. Melville's is in the pocket and they're looking for it. Great pass.
What I like about this change from Coach Gibson is that Dylan Gunn hasn't probably played on Michael Solomon all week.
Yep.
And they've made the change there, and now we've countered with Solomon, which is great. Intercept by there.
I think both sides have made some good tactical changes. It's a mix is a very tactical game, isn't it? Queensland again. Now I've got the turnover. Let's see if they can
Move by Ladder up the middle.
make a go of it. It's the long cross-court ball. These are dangerous balls. They need someone up the middle.
Very uncharacteristic one. Where normally our flow is down the court.
Oh, it's a do-si-do, hands in the circle to get caught underneath Michael Solomon. I've done that a few times myself. It gets stuck there.
So what would you? I'm hoping Mellors steps in and maybe passes off if he needs to. It just brings Gunn back into play here.
Yeah, I think when it's a girl on boy, it should be a pass off. Otherwise, go to the post. I think that was the right option.
Yeah, it's good. There's a turnover and the capitalisation on that.
Queensland has settled again. The changes have worked. Great work. Still a long way to go, though. It's 3 in it. 9 minutes to go. Both teams are capable of great surges, but yet not quite capable of being consistent. Penalty pass or shot. This is an important goal for Queensland. Rolls in for Mellors. 39 plays 35. It's out to 4. Queensland now have the lead. The pressure's on WA. They've still got time to do it. They've done the swap.
Oh, Billy Mayer, yes.
They've got the goal shooter now, and the boy goal attack.
No, they've gone with the 2 females at the moment, but Gunn's coming back on.
Oh, they're stuck halfway through a transition, I'd say, of a move. Oh, it's on your foot.
That's unlucky there by Clayton.
But WA.
It's funny, isn't it? They're countering with us by making our moves.
Exactly.
Gunn's been moved out of keeper. Going to come back into shooter.
Yep.
Griff goes back. Griff Thomas goes back in.
It's like a chess game, isn't it?
It is a chess game.
Ooh, I saw him coming by a mile out. It was a great attack by Thomas there.
It was. And great courage by a ladder too.
Yeah, who would be a wing attack? Sometimes the goalkeeper's coming out. Who would be one?
Do you know what I'd love to see right now?
What?
Damien Gennaro come back on and they have to make a change again.
Stop it.
No. I can't keep up with all the changes anyway.
I know, exactly. Let's see what
chess game that we got here.
Oh, great take. That's impressive. Well done. That's that WA centre.
Yes.
What's her name? She's my player of WA side. She's incredible. Great shot.
That's Nishki.
She's superb athlete for me. She's really been a stalwart down for that WA and really taking on some great contests.
Well, when you've got Scott Austin who can play centre wing attack and you can bring a strong female into that mid-court.
She hasn't missed a beat. She's great. Queensland all on the one side of the court. They work it down, double play. Nishki was there again. She's in everything. She's worth having a shot.
Nice little retreat play there. Reset option.
That was a terrible pass.
An ambitious pass.
That was soft.
Has to really go backwards.
Yeah, backwards again. We're back in the same plays. 3 in it. WA. Oh, bad luck. She picks up the crumbs.
Billy
Mayer comes out for it. Oh, it's like a mirror image of what happened down here.
Exactly right.
Yeah. They're both looking for the cross courts. See what happens now. Great touch.
Jimmy Bird
just
didn't fall Queensland's way. Gun under the post.
Makes good. Brings it in 2. It's WA centre as well. This will bring it to 1 if they can score. Great job, WA. Really not going away, are they? Not going anywhere.
It's been a very tactical game from both coaches.
Great outlet, look back.
Yes.
It wasn't a lateral pass, it was more of a longer one into the depth.
Oh, Clayton comes out. Beautifully timed.
Great job, Aaron Clayton. Put the afterburners on in the last step to take the intercept. Queensland want that pressure. Oh, again, that's another one. These long cross-court balls need to be taken or stopped. Who knows?
Miller comes along the goal line there. And then he will find...
Great job. WA did a great job of just stopping all those options except the last one.
Solomon with the goal after the miss.
It's a much-needed goal by Queensland. 3 goals in it, and now they keep the 3 in it. It's their centre pass. Unlucky. Jeez. That was lucky.
I tell you what, fair call either way, or no call. I'm happy either way.
Oh, it was like, don't know what happened there. Queensland turn it over again. They just the right spot, bad decisions. 5 minutes and a half. WA have the ball now to reduce the lead.
If they score here, this would be on our centre, and they'd have the next centre as well.
Oh, Queensland gets done with the contact. It opens up. It really relieves the pressure for WA now. They're in the circle. It's a 2-on-1. Oh, great pass. Yeah, great pass. She's done it all game. It's well weighted into the spot. As a goalkeeper, there's not much you can do about it. Well done, WA. It's 41 plays 39. They'll be a bit more cautious now. Aaron Clayton's on the court looking for that pass. They're all on one side of the court now. They need to go forward.
Clayton with the touch.
Clayton with the touch. Queensland, they mop up. This is to bring it within one. They nail it. It's 40 plays 41. It's 4 minutes 44 to go. It's Queensland's ball. WA have the momentum. It's a game of momentum. Queensland needs to change the momentum, or WA needs to keep the momentum, really, don't they?
Yeah. Nice little play.
Who's going to stand up here? Who's going to take control? Who's the one on each side who's going to?
Wow, and a turnover there for Mellors.
Yeah, it's just the options, I think. We just need someone to put a pressure. Let's see what happens. WA's all got the momentum. It's going to be on the Queensland defenders to be able to turn over the ball. They're doing a great job, though, WA, so far. Can't.
Great defence there by Burgess.
It's a contact. You had to have a risk at it. That's a great ball by WA.
Going to bring it all square. 41 all, 3 minutes
41 all. It's a WA now, have the centre.
And a call for breaking.
Oh, my God.
I think it was actually either one.
It's down on this end.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, God. I would
find the space here from Queensland. Mellors comes around.
Okay. It's a contact. That was unnecessary, I thought. WA had Queensland in a really good position. They had a mid-range shot they had to nail. Now that's under the post. Goes to Mellors. That was lucky for Queensland.
Yes. Queensland centre, but up by one. Conversion here would be fantastic. Sorry to the WA supporters and people watching my commentary on this one.
WA. It's obstruction again. It's a bit lucky. Solomon caught on 1 foot. Stalking around.
Short here. Leaves it short. Solomon with the outstretched fingertips.
Oh God, how did that come off?
Wow.
Good work, Queensland. They make something out of nothing to bring it up to 2. WA's chance to respond now. It's a great game. It's seesawing. Queensland's broken the momentum. WA again stuck in this mid-court here. Queensland's putting a good zone on. They're trying to promote a long pass. WA been quite smart about it.
Clayton front position.
Gets his hands to it again. Probably wasn't the right option for WA. Now they're on the circle edge. Again, Queensland's great defence makes them retreat. WA's turn now to look a bit hesitant. Opens up on the far side. Well done, WA.
Played on.
Yeah. They weathered that storm well.
Oh, a late change here. Nitschke off. Styles.
43 plays 42. Queensland's up by 1 with the centre pass to go. It's 2 minutes to play. These goals are important.
They certainly are. There's no time.
Who is the person who's going to stand up? Who's going to make a difference?
The one-on-one with the Vale, with Solomon. It's an easy ball there. Gets his own rebound.
Makes it. Puts it out to 2. Nervous energy here. It's WA's chance now to respond. They get the penalty.
Both of us are up our seats here.
Yep. Have to stand and watch this, unfortunately.
Oh, my goodness.
Such a great, compelling game. WA had the ball. It's a minute 30. They want to get this ball down there and score as quickly as possible.
Great touch there by Burgess.
Queensland gets a touch. WA again. Great ball. Great pass. Good shot, WA.
Well, it's a goal for goal here. Centre pass for centre pass.
This is a very important goal for Queensland. If they can convert this, they'll be up by 1. And probably not enough time left for WA to do anything about it. They mess this up. WA could convert and have the centre pass. Who is the person going to take control? Mellors is leaning on the front. It's a great
beautiful ball there, yes. Gets the contact ball out of Thomas.
The speed of release. This is an important goal. He's missed a couple of 1. He has to drop this one.
Yes, he does. Billy Mayer calling for the bench to get up.
2-point buffer. Again, now the pressure's on WA. They've got 45 seconds of break.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, it's the breaks. Oh, WA.
Wow.
Who would be a coach? Oh, God. That is a coach killer.
Billy Mayer, I reckon, will touch the ball about 8 times during this game just to control it.
WA throwing everything they can at it. That's great commitment from WA. They realise they've got to do something now. They've got to do something pretty quick. Otherwise, the game's over. Again, Miller's great front cut.
Comes around, draws the contact. Ball high there.
Draws the penalty. Great work.
Let's go.
Time to go to post. This will be the winner of the game.
And the rebound.
Rebound.
16 seconds to go.
That'll be the sealer.
Queensland,
Wow.
wow.
By 3. They weather the storm. Very lucky.
Yes.
WA, hands in hands. They played so well. Great outlet pass. There's 3 seconds to go. Let's see what happens. Miller's on the front cut. It's game.
Wow. What a game. What a preliminary final there in the mixed open division.
Queensland Suns 46-43. Winners of the preliminary final against WA. It was a rematch of last year's grand final, which Queensland probably won by a similar margin, to be honest. Great game of ebbs and flows. Nobody really dominated. Wasn't a goal for goal, Davin. What's your final thoughts?
Oh, that's the second game today that I've had been on the edge of my seat. Both the fight from both teams at individual parts of the game, down to come back in it. Queensland just holding their nerve in the last 3 or 4 minutes of that crucial minutes of the game. It was a great effort by both teams.
Yeah, I love the nerve of the WA. They really are a decent, solid side.
They are.
Played really well, and they were not going to be pushed around by Queensland today. They really threw everything at it. Really impressive side. Queensland, I thought, comes away with a win. Probably more luck than anything. There was a couple of breaks that went their favour in the end of the game that actually gave them the lead. So that's the game of netball sometimes. It's just those little 1%ers, but what a great game.
What a great game. So thank you very much, Steve. That was a wonderful game to call with you.
Thanks for coming and sitting with me. We'll let you guys go. Thanks for the time, and chat to you soon, guys. Thank you.